Welcome. Добро пожаловать. We here, as was promised a long time ago on one of the streams, will be reacting to the Real Game Awards, which was made by Craig from Side Scrollers, podcast that I do not subscribe to, but saw a few times. That they want alternative to Jeff Keighley's Game Awards in order to. Oh, I didn't hit the record button. Welcome to. I forgot what I wanted to say. Welcome. Welcome. As was promised a long time ago on one of the streams, we'll be reacting to the Real Game Awards, which was made by Craig from Side Scrollers podcast, as an alternative to Jeff Keighley podcast that I'm not subscribed to, but saw a few times. As an alternative to Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards, in order of the show that there's a difference in between gamers' opinion and Jeff Keighley's jury that supposedly do not show off the gamers' opinion at all. They're more like they have their own opinion that's far away from the gamer ones. So we just need to check on the event to find out how is it any different. Will Ballater win, or will Astrobot win, or there will be someone who will be more deserving of a reward in a video game? I do hope it will be some RPG or some strategy game. Yeah, but we'll find out, I suppose. Let's just start. Let's just start. The sound is on. I should see all of the chats. Everything should be in working order. Let's just go. Hello, what acceptance awards? They're making fun. They're making fun of Jeff Keighley's awards. They made the whole animation.
Screw that Hollywood shit. This is for the fans.
The Real Game Awards.
Game Awards, baby.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Real Game Awards. I'm Stuttering Craig, and I want to let you know, this is not an industry show. It's about you, the gaming community. And with that said, there's been a lot of talk about our awards show and some confusion about what it is. So let me just kind of tell you exactly what it is and what you will and won't see on tonight's show.
Okay.
You will not see a 4-hour show with 3 of those hours being trailers that would have been paid for to be on here. You will see several indie devs who you suggested that we wanted to feature for free. You won't see a giant industry circle jerk that just ignores all the issues that are affecting the industry. You will see a show that celebrates the best and the worst in gaming in the past year. You won't see any awards that were voted on by the gaming media. Did you know that at Jeff Keighley's awards show, 90% of the vote, 90% goes to media outlets? That means only 10% of the vote goes to you. They don't even think you should have a vote.
What?
Every single major award show is voted on by people who are within that industry. And if I'm being completely honest with you, that's how it should be.
Does that make sense? No, of course not. Which is why you will see awards that were 100% voted on by you, our voting members. You won't see any celebrity cameos, I promise you that. You will see marginally successful YouTubers that you probably have never heard of before. And regular gamers like yourself to present awards. And you won't see acceptance speeches for winners because, let's be real, you don't care. You will see an award show that was built by you from the ground up. All categories, all nominees, and all voting done by you. And what I think doesn't matter. Ultimately, the Real Game Awards is a show for gamers by gamers. And with that said, I'm glad you're with us tonight. If you'd like to be a part,
I missed it live.
Moving forward, head over to therealgameawards.com and consider becoming a voting member. We greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get to the awards for the first category. Best Story. Hey, games give us thrilling action, but others capture our hearts with unforgettable storytelling.
Yeah.
Your nominees are Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Unicorn Overlord, and Like a Dragon.
No метафоры фантазию? Окей.
And the real game award for best story goes to, with
Which?
32% of your votes.
I didn't play any of them.
Hey, congrats, Game Science.
Presenting the award for Best MMO, lead supporter of the Real Game Awards and producer at RetroWare Games, Justin Silverman.
You might have forgotten what the MMO acronym actually stands for after all these years. Let me remind you.
Massive
Massively
multiplayer online?
multiplayer online. But what does it stand for emotionally? It's a bunch of strangers banding together under one banner to fight a common enemy. And sometimes each other. Just like all of you who've come together to
You ever
vote
go
on
to
the
raid or
MMO
PvP?
of the year. And your nominees are Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, and Guild Wars. And the real Game Award for
Final
Best
Fantasy
MMO
XIV?
goes to, with a massive 62% of the vote,
Final Fantasy!
14.
Yeah!
Wow. 4 games that launched anywhere between 14 to 24 years ago. Yeah, you guys pick nothing new, huh? I guess that makes sense. The MMO genre is a lot like a good D&D campaign.
What's the last good
Players
MMO
are
that
really
came out?
invested and happy, and
Oh,
the
the
devs are
Guild
paying
Wars 2?
attention, it'll last forever. And let's hope this award show has that same kind of dedicated support. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for letting me be here.
Presenting the award for Best Racing Game, YouTuber and professional race car driver.
Oh, I don't know nothing. I know nothing of racing games. I don't play them.
Few genres are as fast-paced and adrenaline-fueled as racing games, and trust me, I know. I'm a professional race car driver. I promise. Okay, it's very, very true. Okay, and usually I would say something about stunning graphics, but none of your nominees are really known for graphic powerhouses. They were really just built around fun. And your nominees for Best Racing Game are Park Garage Rally Circuit, Nightmare Kart, Victory Heat
Didn't hear about any of them.
and the Real Game Award for Best Racing Game goes to, with 54% of your vote, Nightmare Kart. Now look, we can't win them all, okay? Trust me, because I've won none of them, and I've never got to feel the crown on top of my head. But maybe you feel a little bit of that after this.
Now presenting the award for Biggest Cash Grab, the voice of a disenfranchised generation. It's a Gundam.
Sometimes it feels like the industry is more interested in our wallets than our enjoyment.
It's
The
a
nominees
Gundam
are
Vtuber?
biggest cash grabs that took monetization to outrageous new levels in 2024, leaving players feeling cheated.
What was the name of the
Your
character?
nominees
Tsar
are The
Abezner?
Last of Us Part 2,
Char
Remastered,
Abezner.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Remastered, Star Wars Outlaws.
Biggest cash grab?
And
Star
Tekken.
Wars Outlaws
And the real
or
biggest
Remastered?
cash grab goes to Jeff Keighley for the 2024 Game Awards. Man, did he rake it in!
Can't criticize Jeff Keighley.
Ah, okay. Well, 49% of your vote went to The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
It was so recent! It was so recent! Why did they make remaster of it?
Gundam. All right, let's hand out that Real Game Award for the best sports game. And your nominees are NCAA College Football 25,
don't
Rocket
care.
League, WWE 2K24, and Harry Potter Quidditch. What? Okay, sounds good. The Real Game Award for best sports game goes to, with 51% of your vote, Rocket League.
The next one would be about Super Football.
Indie games and developers, because guess what?
So it's like Rocket League, but with humans.
They need as much love as they can possibly get. I mean, we're talking solo devs and small teams that are creating just amazing games. Some that kick the shit out of AAA titles that have massive budgets. These games have heart and are driven by teams with passion. And that is exactly why we love games to begin with. The best part about this, they don't even know they're going to be featured on our show tonight, which is part of the fun. Let's check out the trailer for our first indie title, Abathor. Abathor!
Agator? The time when Atlantis ruled the oceans? Abator! That's like Conan Barbarian Grantor. Size. Pixel art. Creatures. A rogue. This mage. No, it transforms into demon. So you travel like in Golden Axe and this medieval, not, is it medieval? Like fighting like a barbarian against monsters in co-op with 4 heroes. Okay. Seems retro and nice. Avatar on all platforms. Well, majority.
Presenting the award for Husbando of the Year, Crazy Fox Lady Vtuber Kirsha.
The political one that rants about stuff.
I've got the honor of presenting this year's Husbando.
Sometimes I see you in my recommendations on YouTube.
Whether they were the ultimate ally, a charismatic leader, or just plain swoon-worthy, the nominees for Husbando of the Year showed us what true loyalty and charm looks like in 2024. And your nominees are Kazuma Kiryu, Barrett Wallace, Broly, and Ichiban Kasuga.
Who could it be?
And
Who could
the
it be?
Real Game Award for Husbando of the Year, with 41% of your vote, goes to
Kiryu?
Barrett Wallace.
What? Daddy?
I have got to respect a himbo.
He's a
who
dad.
likes guns so much he grafts one right onto his friggin' arm. I really hope he takes it off at bedtime, though. Things could get awkward real fast if he's got a hair trigger and no safety. But seriously, a stand up for his principles, loyal till the end kind of guy, a loving father, and a beefcake? What more could you want in a husbando? Definitely a deserved win for our guy, Barrett.
Oh.
Presenting the award for Waifu of the Year, producer for Nerdrotic and co-host of Poor Choices and Saucy Saturdays, X-Ray Girl.
Fierce, brilliant, and unforgettable, waifus hold a special place in our hearts. The nominees for Waifu of the Year were the perfect companions for our adventures in 2024. And your nominees are Eve, Tifa,
Stella Blade,
Bernice,
Tifa,
Juliet,
Rosen
and
and
the
Zero.
Real Game Award for Waifu of the Year goes to...
There are so many waifus in Zen Zero that was
49% of your
introduced
votes.
during this series.
Eve. And in all honesty, I enjoyed playing Stellar Blades so much, so I am so glad that Eve won. Oh my gosh, I play that game even twice.
Makes sense.
So, very happy that she is the waifu of the
I will
year.
need to play it when
Presenting the
there will be
award for
a
Best
sale on a
Third-Person Shooter,
video game.
supporter of the Real Game Awards, Alec Baldwin's Finger.
Third-person shooters combine
Really?
strategic gameplay with immersive action. The nominee
Is that the name of a channel?
third-person shooter brought us precision, teamwork, and thrills from over-the-shoulder perspectives in 2024. And your nominees for Best Third-Person Shooter are Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2, Helldivers 2, The First Descendant, and Earth Defense Force 6. And your
I
winner
think
of Best
Space Marine
Third-Person
2.
Shooter goes to, with 52% of your vote, Warhammer
Emperor!
40K, Space Marine 2. The Warhammer developers said they wanted to make a fun game and deserved to win this award. For more gaming content, please check out my personal YouTube channel, Alec Baldwin's Finger.
He never, ever misses.
Presenting the award for Best FPS is the excellence of elocution and author of Gothic Western Ghost of the Badlands, Razor Fist.
First-person shooters put us directly in the action, giving us pulse-pounding gameplay, intense firefights, and unforgettable multiplayer moments like being called the Hard R over an Xbox
I think he
headset.
made it.
The nominees for
Reflections
Best
are red,
FPS
but
set the standard for the genre in
everything else is black and white.
2024. And your nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, RoboCop Rogue City,
I would say Robocop, but I believe people will vote for
and
Stalker.
the Real Game Award for Best FPS goes to, for the 1000th time, Oh, I'm sorry, wrong Game Awards. With 53% of your vote, RoboCop Rogue City.
Robocop!
That's a shame. And just when we were about to enter Black Ops History Month. Well, congratulations, Robo, and stay out of trouble.
Now, we all know in 2024 there were some stupid decisions made by a lot of dumb companies in the gaming space, like Ubisoft's entire year. But we're not going to give an award to them this year. Who knows? Maybe next year you'll want to make it a category or something. This year it's all about the best companies who went above and beyond to deliver great games, support their communities, and show what gaming companies can achieve.
Larians too? Saber Interactive?
It's such a simple process. It's ridiculous.
Capcom?
Your nominees for best company are From Software, Shift Up, Team Asobi, and Saber Interactive. And the Real Game Award for best company goes to, with 49% of your votes, from
Elden Ring. And Elden Ring DLC.
And now let's take a look at the best.
And all Souls likes.
Your nominees are Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Tekken 8, and Under Night in Birth 2.
Tekken 8.
And the Real Game Award for best fighting game goes to, with 51% of your vote, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
I was a fan of Dragon Ball.
Great indie title by Altered Orbit Studios. You ever heard of them? Probably not, which is why we wanted to feature them. That's exactly the point of this. It's a trailer for a brand new original shooter inspired by classics, featuring thrilling set pieces, destructibility, smart enemies, and a fleshed out story taking place with an immersive game world. This is Celaco, or Celico. I don't really know how to say it.
Available now. A full G Doom powered bomber shooter. Seems intense. Okay. Save game slot? Celaco Early Access. Maybe I'll play it when it comes out in a full release if I not forget about it.
For best multiplayer experience, composer, audio director, and sound designer known for his work on the Myth series, Oni, the Halo series, and Destiny, Marty O'Donnell.
Hello, and thanks for having me on the big show. You know, multiplayer games bring us together, and whether it's through competitive matches or cooperative adventures, these nominees for Best Multiplayer Experience created communities, rivalries, and unforgettable gaming memories in 2024. And your nominees are Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, Helldivers
Is there a
2,
Space Marine or wait,
Call of
Helldivers?
Duty Black Ops 6,
Multiplayer experience.
and the Real Game Award for Best Multiplayer Experience goes to, with 52% of your vote,
Helldivers. I didn't play it, but I heard that people love it so much.
Congratulations to the team at Arrowhead Game Studios. You made a game that I would have been proud to have been part of the team that made. You know, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, a few years ago, I was part of a team that made a game about orbital drop shock troopers who dropped feet first into hell. So, great game. Congratulations once again.
Presenting the award for worst bait and switch, the YouTuber that rams pop culture, entertainment, and Hollywood news through the business financial lens of reality.
What was the bait and switch?
Valiant Renegade.
The bait and switch. One of the most egregious crimes that a business could commit against its own customer base. Promising one thing and
Delivering another.
It's your old boy Valiant Renegade here, and the Renegade Nation is celebrating now roughly 4 years on YouTube. And since day one, we have made a commitment, a pact to our audience out there to always put the business and financial lens of reality to Hollywood, to the entertainment industry, and in this case, to gaming. And the gaming industry has committed some serious crimes this year, but tonight, we are here to give you the 4 nominees for the worst bait and switch of the year for 2024. Not every game lives up to its promises, and in 2024, that happened.
What was cut it out
for the
of his speech?
bait and switch from a gaming company in 2024, which misled players with marketing, promised features, and just frankly didn't deliver on all the hype, are the following: Helldivers 2, Star Wars
PSN account,
Outlaws, Concord, and finally Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And the worst
Veilguard?
bait and switch for 2024, with 42% of your vote, goes to Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Congratulations.
You can't give me a summary of a quest that just happened.
More dick than Alyssa
and
than a Thai massage parlor.
And yes, I know that the main enemies are Elgadan and Gelana, and you don't have to repeat it over and over 40 times.
Role-playing games let us shape our stories and explore rich worlds filled with adventure, customization, and discovery. Your nominees for Best RPG in 2024 took us on unforgettable journeys, and your nominees are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Unicorn Overlord, Metaphor Refantasio, and Dragon Quest III HD.
Unicorn Overlord isn't like a
And the real game
strategy,
award for Best
RPG strategy.
goes to, with 42% of your vote,
Metaphor! That definitely will be cool, especially when there is a royal version, which will be definitive version with more content, as Atlas always do.
It plays similarly to Atlas's Persona games, but with a lot more tactical depth, so there's a little more strategy you can work in there. And the setting isn't a modern-day Tokyo thing like the Persona games are. It's a high fantasy world with dragons and sorcery and all sorts of really cool stuff. You should really check it out.
Presenting the award for Best Action Game, editor of Clownfish TV, Neon.
Action games are at the heart of gaming, delivering fast-paced gameplay, epic moments, and unforgettable set pieces. The nominees for Best Action Game gave us the adrenaline rush we craved in 2024. And your nominees are Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
So Final Fantasy VII RPG or action? Or action RPG?
The Real Game Award for Best Action Game goes to,
Wukong?
with 34%
Celebrate.
of your vote, Stellar Blade. Thank you so much for letting me announce the award, guys. This has been Neon from Clownfish TV. We will talk later.
Not every great game comes with a high price tag. The nominees for Best Value gave us great experiences without breaking the bank, proving that excellent gameplay doesn't have to come at a premium price. And your nominees for Best Value are Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, The First Descendant, Fortnite, and Palworld. And the Real Game Award for Best Value goes to, with 41% of your vote, Palworld. Hey,
Do I have a gaming opinion? Gaming community opinion? I was wrong only a few times.
Something I've never played
Oh,
before.
Angry Nerd. Angry Nintendo Nerd.
Huh? It's got my name on it?
Angry Video Gamer.
Just when I thought I played every frustrating, ball-busting, rage-inducing game.
I found out at him when he made a video about Power Glove.
Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit. Let's see what you got. And it doesn't just look like an 8-bit game, it is an 8-bit game made for actual NES hardware. Talk about going back to the past. It's got all the usual customers: zombies, skeletons, disappearing platforms, you name it. And of course,
Is there Samurai Pizza
kill
Cats?
you, especially the bosses. They're big, they're bad, and they're ugly. Some of these enemies I've faced before. Yeah, coming back to haunt me. This is personal.
It's like an actual game?
Yeah! But you know what? This is no ordinary NES game. This is my NES game.
Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit, coming soon to the original Nintendo Entertainment System on a real cartridge. And
What?
oh, and the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and wishlisted on Steam.
Some more relevant consoles.
Presenting the award for Best Early Access Game is lead supporter of the Real Game Awards, Jimmy.
Early access games are those that offer the players a unique experience to be part of a game's development journey, with some of the best experiences being that of a full game well before launch. The nominees for Best Early Access
But
Game
the full
set a
release
new
is so
standard
much
for what early
better.
access can be in 2024. And your nominees are
Sometimes it's
Hades
needed,
2,
but not
Power,
everyone
No
releases
Rest
the
for
full
Wicked,
release.
and Delta Force. And the Real Game Award for Best Early Access Game goes to, with 70% of your votes, Power World.
Oh yeah, it's still
As
in
a
early
gamer
access.
myself, I really appreciate when developers offer early access because it gives a unique insight into how a game evolves over time. And Power World especially, because they're such a unique game and that they're trying to usurp Nintendo at their own game, so to speak. And really, they've kind of done it a little bit better. And it's thanks to that, with the involvement from the players like yourselves, really make it a special game.
Presenting the award for Biggest Industry Failure, Video Game Culture Commentator, and the Most Dangerous Man in 40K, Archcast.
The games industry has had a fair few rocky years in the past, but very few can compare to the tempest that was 2024. And so, the category Biggest Industry Failure exists to highlight those games that over the course of the year left gamers feeling the most despondent, disappointed, and just downright upset. You have been spoiled for choice this year, but your votes have narrowed it down to 4 titles: Star Wars Outlaws, Concord,
I was disappointed in Dragon Age and Suicide Squad.
Kill the Justice.
I never expected anything of Concord.
The Real Game Award for Biggest Industry Failure goes to Concord, with a well-deserved...
It was announced and immediately people were disappointed.
Concord was by far the single biggest failure in gaming in 2024. A flop so resounding, it sent echoes through the entire industry.
Presenting the award for Best Video Game Journalist.
Is it count as a disappointment because no one were expecting anything out of Concord? Yeah, but
2024 saw a drastic shift in how video games and the entire video game landscape has been covered. And gamers have emphatically rejected how traditional access media has worked. In fact, why am I even wearing this? I'm a gamer. I'm not trying to be professional here. Gamers have turned to other outlets like YouTube and X to get their information in the gaming world. Because gamers have spoken and they feel like it comes from authentic voices. This year's nominees definitely reflect that and should send a major signal to the games industry about how gamers get their news. And your nominees are Savvy, John F. Trent, Kirsha, and Endymion. And the Real Game Award for Best Video Game Journalist goes to...
Endymion is just journalist.
3%
What?
of your vote, Savvy. I want to personally congratulate Savvy for winning this award in the inaugural year of the Real Game Awards. It was very stiff competition, and every single one of these nominees honestly kind of deserved it. But Savvy stood out above the rest of them because of... I don't know, I gotta be honest and say just how incredibly autistic she is with her deep dives and finding out nuanced information that nobody else seems to get to because of her dedication and getting into those nitty-gritty details that most people in the logical world stop before they get to the resolution. So congratulations again to Savvy. You deserve this, and I am so excited for you.
Now presenting the award for Worst Video Game Journalist, founder of the third biggest Steam group in history, DEI detected, Cabrutus.
The nominees for the worst game journalist represent the most baffling takes and the most out-of-touch journalists that we have in this industry, showcasing that doesn't matter how good of a professional you are.
That's the guy who made the Detective Steam page.
From this industry. And your nominees are Nick Calandra, Paul Tassi, Alyssa Mercante, and Rebecca Valentine.
Alessia Mercante? Worst?
Video game journalist goes to, with a whopping 76% of your vote. And to no one's surprise, Alisa Mercante. Unfortunately, this industry is filled up with people like Alisa Mercante, journalists that don't even like or play video games. They are just in here for the money and for the clout.
That should be a
Because video
crime.
games are now a mainstream entertainment. This is why the Real Game Awards is so important, because it gives us gamers a voice in all of this. It is time to take games back.
Every year, the big three companies are anchored by their original intellectual properties. I mean, they're called system sellers for a reason. They're characters you know and the games you love to play. So let's see which ones you voted on as the year's best. Your nominees for Best Nintendo IP are Mario, Zelda, Pokemon,
Zelda.
and Splatoon. And the Real
Zelda.
Game Award goes to, with 55% of your vote,
Zelda.
And your nominees for Best Microsoft IP are
But Nintendo is still an evil company.
Doom and Call of Duty. And the Real Game Award goes to, with 63% of your vote, Doom. And your nominees for Best
Doom is
PlayStation
Bethesda.
IP are
It's now
God
Microsoft.
of War, Astrobot, Stellar Blade, and Helldivers 2. And the Real Game Award goes to, with 44% of your vote, Stellar Blade.
Oh, okay.
Finally, let's hit one more indie trailer before we get to our last categories of this year's show. This is Tribreaker from Lily Mo Games.
Tribreaker? There were two? Colin? And Chris! A new hero has approached Dustin? Oh, it's mix of different games, different old games, like Pong. This one-sided Pong that I forgot how called. Frog. Sci-fi drama. Thanks.
Presenting the award for Best Jiggle Physics, winner of tonight's
What?
Real Game Award for Best Gaming Journalist, Madam Savvy.
Thank you so much, everyone, for voting me as your top journalist for the past year. In truth, I just enjoy digging through information and making social maps to better understand the industry that we all know and love. But I, like many of you, do enjoy some of the finer details in life, especially the ones that don't have to be indulged in, but when they are, can make for such a titillating experience. Gaming isn't just about mechanics, it's also about visual storytelling and creativity, and this particular category highlights just that. These are your nominees.
How many less than zero characters would be
Jiggle Physics.
will be in this
Zenless
category?
Zone Zero, The First Descendant, Stellar Blade, and Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, there's only zero or Stellar Blade. Which one would it be?
Physics, with 72% of your vote, goes to Stellar Blade. Art truly imitates life in 2024's hottest release, and we couldn't be more gracious to the developers for sharing their story, their vision, and their creativity with all of us. Remember, these types of physics mechanics are
Ooh.
handcrafted carefully by creatives all over
I'm
the
looking
world,
respectfully.
and it takes a little bit of extra special effort to put these into video games. So it is my hope that
They
you'll
barely
actually
move.
tag some of your favorite artists today,
There was no
or
jiggle
possibly in the future,
when
and
she
give
moved
them a
from
little
side
bit
to
of love
side.
and thanks for all the hard work that they do. They really do make this world a much more colorful and vibrant place in a way that no other group really can. So please spread some love, and thank you all so much for making this so very special.
Presenting the award for Shitty Ass Game of the Year, Internet Icon and the angriest gamer you've ever heard, the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh, great. Another award show. This one's called the Real Game Awards. I mean, come on. What, like the real Ghostbusters? Were there fake ones? I mean, that makes no fucking sense. Real clever, Craig. Anyway, they asked me to present the award for the shitty-ass game of the year. And if there's one thing I know better than good games, it's shitty games. So these ones are nominated by you, the fans. Let's get to it. So the nominees for the shitty ass game of the year are Concord, Dragon Age: The Veilguard,
Oh, oh,
Suicide Squad,
that's a
and
hard
the
choice.
Justice League. And the winner, or I guess the loser in this case, is Dustborn. Dustborn, yeah. More like
I need
Dustbin.
to play
Funny
Dustborn
this
in
felt
order
like
to
digging through a
compare
dumpster
it to
trying find a
Dreamfall
Twinkie that
chapters.
expired in 1994. Anyway, thanks for letting me present the Shitty Game Awards, the real Game Awards. You real assholes.
And here we are, voting members, your game of the year. You suggested games of all sizes and genres, except card games. Sorry, Velotro. And your 8 nominees for Game of the Year are...
No, Balatra, it's a win!
Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, The First Descendant, Space Marine 2, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
No metaphor
and Unicorn Overlord.
Wukong, Stellar Blade, Space Marine, Final Fantasy, Unicorn Overlord.
With 31% of your votes, Black
Black Myth Wukong!
Now, voting members, this has been an absolute joy bringing your voice to literally thousands of people.
Someday, I will get to it. I will get to play Wukong. Someday.
Don't take lightly. Now, with that said, next year, none of this pre-recorded stuff. We're doing it live. So make sure to follow us over on X at Real Game Awards for more information coming soon. And big ups to our elite supporters and those voting members who have believed in giving gamers back their voice from the start. This movement has only just begun. Remember, you guys can find me Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time over on the Side Scrollers podcast. Look forward to seeing you guys then. With that said, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal, go get it. See you guys next time.
That's it. That's all. We're done for this year. Now get the hell out of here and become voting members at therealgameawards.com. Use promo code KING and get $5 off your membership.
You need to pay for to be a voter?
This has been your
Really?
announcer, Duke Nukem. Hail to the king, baby.
Well, my opinion and theirs were like the same most of the time. But I don't know. No, all the game awards are kind of opinions of different people. Can't really say that's that much different from the other one. Now we have to wait for shame awards from Asmongold that he promised to make. Like that would be like crazy awards, but for video games. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them in the future. Well, that was it, I suppose. So thank you everyone who watched the stream, everyone who will watch this what. If you want this channel to live and grow, please support me here on our social media. Do jump platforms from YouTube to Twitch to Trovo to Blue Sky to Twitter to whatsoever. Share my video with anyone who's for sharing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos and streams. Bye.